today with my entry for e.l.f. Australian Blogger Competition. We got to choose one of 3 different looks and I asked you guys which one you would like me to do, and the highest vote was contouring and highlighting. So I'm here today to show you guys my contouring and highlighting routine using e.l.f. Cosmetics. So for those of you that don't know what contouring and highlighting is, basically it's playing with shadow, creating shadows and light to change the appearance of your face or to add definition and more of a 3D look to your face. So basically contouring is using a darker shade to add shadows and depth to your face. Remember that anything that you contour is going to appear sunken in or smaller. Highlighting is basically using a lighter shade that's going to bring forward certain parts of your face. So if you highlight the cupid's bow of your lips, it's going to make your lips appear bigger. Or if you highlight the top part of your cheekbone, it's going to really accentuate your cheeks. So I know there are so many ways of contouring and highlighting out there today, but today I'm going to show you how I do it. This routine basically is what I do when I want to go all out there with my makeup. So I like to start with a little bit of kind of reverse contouring, and then I finish off with a little bit of powder contouring after I've applied my makeup, just to really set everything in place and just accentuate it that little bit further. Obviously if this contouring is too much for you, that is completely fine. You guys can just take little snippets of this tutorial and change it to suit you and to suit how you like to do your makeup. Okay, so first things first, if you're new to contouring, there's actually so many helpful pictures out there of how to contour for different face shapes. So everyone's face obviously is different. The amazing thing about contouring is you can slim down your nose or make your forehead appear smaller or larger or make your chin appear smaller. Whatever you want to achieve, it is possible with contouring. So first things first, you need to actually find out what face shape you have. If you guys don't know what face shape you have, I've got an awesome trick for you guys. So first what you want to do obviously is get all of your hair away from your face and just have a look in the mirror with all the hair off your face. If you can't really tell by looking at the shape of your face in the mirror with your hair away from your face, what I suggest doing is actually standing in front of a mirror and grabbing a whiteboard marker. Make sure it's a whiteboard marker, because if it's permanent, you're going to have a circle left on your mirror. So basically what I do with this is once my hair's out of my face, I stand in front of the mirror and basically trace the outline that I see of my face in the mirror. Now this can be a little bit tricky and you feel a bit kind of cack-handed, but it gives you the basic kind of shape of what your face looks like. Then you can step back and be like, oh, okay, I have an oval face, or I have a heart-shaped face. I'm going to link in the description box below for you guys some different face shapes and kind of some contouring techniques to suit your face shape. Or if you're unsure, just find out what face shape you are, type it into Google, and it will come up with hundreds and hundreds of different contouring techniques to suit your face. So my face is actually a oval shaped, and if you type oval contouring into Google, basically it is just highlighting. There's no real contouring for oval face shapes, but my personal preference is I love to contour because I feel I don't really have defined cheekbones and I like to slim my nose down slightly, so contouring is a fantastic way for me to really accentuate my face. Okay, so now all of that boring information is out of the way, I'm going to show you guys exactly how I contour and highlight. So if you guys want to see how I do it, just keep on watching. So to start off with, I am using concealer colours for my contouring today. If you feel that concealer will add too much coverage, then feel free to use foundation as well, because that will work just as well. So the concealer colours I'm using today are a light and a dark. I have the e.l.f. concealer in shade Honey, and I also have their shade in Ivory. So I'm going to start with the shade Honey. Now this is the darker shade, so I'm going to start by applying it underneath my cheekbones. So if you don't know where your cheekbones are, just basically feel around and you'll find it. So basically I feel it's in the line from the top part of your ear to the side of your mouth. So I'm just going to go in and do a line. Exactly the same on the other side. I also like to contour down the sides of my jaw, just because I feel that's going to accentuate my jawline a little bit more. I also like to add some lines here because I feel that's going to give my face more of an angular appearance. I'm going to do down the sides of my nose You can do the tip of your nose as well if you want to make your nose appear shorter. And I'm going to just do a little bit around my hairline and temples. Okay, so now onto the highlighting side of things. I'm going in with the Ivory shade and I'm going to highlight the points of my face that I want to appear bigger or brought forward. So if you really want to accentuate your cheekbones, it's a great idea to highlight on top of your cheekbones. I'm also going to apply this down the center of my nose, because adding a highlight in amongst the contour is going to help my nose appear smaller. Also applying some onto the center of my forehead, and I like to apply just a little bit underneath my eyes. Normally I like to do most of my under eye highlighting once I have my foundation on, just because I have very dark circles and I feel that doing it after the foundation is going to help really settle it all in. Also, you can apply a little bit on your chin. And if you have some blemishes, this is a fantastic time to just apply it onto those blemishes and help cover those up. So just those little ones I have around my nose, I'm going to apply this on it as well. It's probably thinking, oh my gosh, what is going on? So I look very kind of stripey and just crazy at the moment, but don't worry, I'm going to be blending this all in with my foundation colour. So the foundation today, I'm actually using a e.l.f. concealer. This is the maximum coverage concealer, but I'm only using just a tiny little bit, and I'm going to be buffing that all in to the rest of the concealer I have on my face. By all means, go in, use a foundation. My local Kmart actually don't have any e.l.f. foundations in stock at the moment, so this is the only one that I could get my hands on, so oh well. But this is in the shade Nude. So what I'm going to do is apply this onto the back of my hand. Then I like to personally apply it with a brush, and I'm going in and starting on the lighter portions of my face, and what I'm doing is just buffing that in. You want to work in circular motions because that is what's going to help blend and buff all of the product away. Because we did it underneath our base foundation, when you buff it all in, it's going to really create a seamless result. But I also want to show you guys, if you want something that's a little bit more noticeable, just slightly, I'll show you guys how to do that as well. So I'm just going to do the rest of my makeup and I'll be back in just a moment. That's a bit better. Feels nice to have some eyebrows actually. Okay, so what I like to do, and this is completely up to you, like you can definitely leave the contouring just as this, or you can just do this option that I'm about to show you. But what I like to do, especially if I'm going out and I know photos are going to be taken, because photos can actually diminish like 20% of the colour of your face. So I feel it's really important to contour because it's going to make your face look more 3D, especially in photos. So what I like to do is go in with a little bit of a bronzing powder just to kind of set that cream concealer that we used, and it's just going to make things a little bit more intense. So this is e.l.f.'s Healthy Glow Bronzer in Warm Tan. And basically I'm just going to go over those whole areas that I contoured earlier. So around the hairline. So doing the fish lips is often a pretty good idea. So as you can see, I'm doing quite strong lines, and then I'm going back out and just buffing and blending all of that away. And just going over the sides of my nose again. So as you guys can see, like that has really intensified it and made it a lot more, not obvious, but obvious, if that makes sense. So as I said earlier on, I do get quite dark circles, and I like to apply just a highlighter after I've done all of my makeup, just to really kind of accentuate that part of my eyes, because I really do love to play out my eyes, and I feel that highlighting is just going to be the icing on top of the cake. So I'm using my e.l.f. under eye concealer and highlighter, and I'm going to go in with the highlighting end. So what I'm going to do is apply this underneath my eyes, and I like to work in a kind of triangle section. I find, especially when you're kind of wanting to conceal or highlight under your eyes, if you focus just on the actual kind of socket of your eye, it's going to accentuate your bags more. So I feel if you go in a triangle section, it's going to diffuse any lines and just make your whole makeup look seamless and just like your skin is. So whatever product is left over, I'm going to apply that in the center of my forehead, again just down the center of my nose, and some on my chin. And also, another great tip that I learned, if you want to give yourself a little kind of eyebrow lift without having surgery, is apply a little bit on top of your eyebrow. I know so many people like to highlight their brow bone, and that is absolutely fantastic. But if you apply a little bit on top, it's going to really accentuate that part of your eyes and make your eyes appear a little bit more lifted. Now I know that I look kind of scary, but what I like to do is just let this product kind of set into my skin just for a little bit. And then I find once you blend it away, you're not blending it away completely. There's still a fair bit of product on there that allows the kind of highlighting properties to last. Once it's kind of been on for a little while, I like to just start blending that away. Now it's really good to be using your ring fingers, especially when you're working under your eyes, because your ring fingers are the most weakest fingers out of all of your fingers. So it's going to apply the least amount of pressure, especially under your eyes. The area is so delicate and you just want to be very careful because any kind of pulling is going to lead to premature aging. So very, very gentle under your eyes. Like to buff away any edges just with my fingertips. Alright guys, so that is the finished result. I hope you guys like this video. As I said, you can alter things to make it suit your personal preference and how you like to wear your makeup, but definitely give it a go. I do love using these concealer sticks to contour with. It is just so easy and it's not messy at all. It just honestly saves so much time. Alright guys, I love you all and I'll see you in my next video. Have a fantastic day. Bye.